Hey, what's up guys, my name is Charlie. Today we're going to be reacting to some more Nostalgia Critic, and it's going to be Transformers cartoon. Oh, thank God. Thank God something good. Something not absolutely god-awful, terrible to review. Thank you, Nostalgia Critic. Thank you. Yeah, this is going to be a fresh breath air from all those terrible Nostalgia Critic sort of movie reviews, because some of those movies were absolutely god-awful. It's gonna be nice to see something quite from nice to watch for once. Let's check out the video, shall we? Let's go. Oh, thank
Last
God,
time on
Transformers at least.
Transformers, Optimus Prime sold his soul to the devil, better known to humanity as Michael Bay, in exchange
Michael
for
Bay.
3 hit movies, a shitload of cash, and a newfound popularity in
God.
the public eye.
Fucking
But
Michael
little did
Bay.
he know that the movies would only get worse and worse,
Yeah.
leading his audience to an ungodly amount of boredom and stupidity. Still popular and still rich, Prime finds himself hanging on to little dignity and street cred. To make things worse, Bay has lost his connection with the geek community due to rumored changes to the Ninja Turtles franchise. So Prime has been sent out to rebuild the hype for Transformers 4, Explosion of the Boobs.
Explosion
he has been
of the
sent to
Boobs.
Anime St. Louis with his agent to recruit extras for his next movie.
Greetings, humanity. I am Optimus Prime. Who wants to see explosion? Who wants to see giant robots?
Yeah.
Who wants to see racial stereotypes exploited to an embarrassing degree?
The guy's dressed up as the angry video game nerd.
Insultingly objectified with no identifiable intelligence or personality. Really? Even the women cheered that one. Well, who wants to see Shia LaBeouf?
Ooh, no.
Alright, there's some hope for you yet. Well, we're having auditions for Transformers 4 and...
The auditions did not go well.
Well, he's no Shia LaBeouf, but he might be able to pull off Carrot Top.
No, you're trying to think. Bay doesn't like that. Drape yourself over a car and look hot. What? You showed up to a Michael Bay audition and you didn't bring a car to drape yourself over? Well, surely you have a motorcycle in your pocket that you can press your breast against. Next! Alright, you're the sassy best friend. Christ, Jerry, did you see the look on their faces when I mentioned the movie? All that misguided optimism. It's like telling a blind kid they're gonna pet a bunny when really it's a porcupine.
Look, the product sells, and you're still popular.
So is Jersey Shore.
Your last film grossed $1,123,000,000 worldwide.
But at what cost, Jerry? At what cost?
I told you, $1,123,000,000 worldwide. Now get some sleep. We got more auditions to get through. I'm gonna go do coke off a prostitute who's also doing coke in a hot tub.
That's not
Sounds
physically
good.
possible.
I'll find a way.
Yeah, sounds good. I'd find a way as well. It's possible, it's
It
doable.
wasn't always like this. I used to have credibility, dignity, a hit show that brought joy to millions of children around the world, and not just horny, mentally castrated teenagers. These were the days of the original Transformer cartoon.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, it was violent, and the writing wasn't exactly Shakespeare. But
It wasn't
we had a
amazing, no,
connection to
but
our
they
young
were
audience,
enjoyable.
An exciting connection that, while not deep or complex per se,
Very disturbing, but
supplied
enjoyable.
an onslaught of creativity, simple fun, and exciting adventure. You may mock its corniness at times, but I assure you, there is more here than Michael Bay has ever put in his perverted
Damn, he
scenes.
really is fucking
And
roasting
we
Michael
will
Bay.
then allow Optimus Prime
Oh.
to show you. The
Fuck.
first episode, entitled More Than Meets the Eye, gave us the backstory on our proud history.
On the planet Cybertron, intelligent robots that could think and feel inhabited the cities. They were called Autobots and Decepticons. But the brutal Decepticons were driven by a single goal: total domination.
In hindsight, we probably should have seen that coming. Maybe they were called Decepticons.
Yeah, it's sort
kind
of
of obvious.
self-explanatory
But we were
right
declaring
there.
war at the time on the Trustworthians. That was probably stupid too.
Yeah.
We see two Autobots, Wheeljack and Bumblebee, ride through a pretty
Bumblebee,
deserted
one of my
Cybertron
favorites.
until they come across the Decepticons.
After them!
Like most Transformers, they brilliantly set their guns to shoot everything around the target except the target.
Yeah, I hate when
that gave
the
the opponent
bit
a fighting
movies and
chance.
TV shows do that.
Any luck, Jazz? Negative. North side of Cybertron's blacker than the inside of a drive shaft.
I'm still not sure why we hired Bill Cosby to do Jazz.
You see, the thing about the Decepticons is that they're very deceitful. So while we talk about our plans to find a new energy source, a metal bird named Laserbeak might be listening to us right now.
Sure enough, the Decepticons, led by Megatron, are given the information by Laserbeak and his master Soundwave.
Autobots are set to launch Megatron.
As are we. The Autobots would have lost eons ago if I'd been calling the shots.
Starscream. Only a select few ever leave.
My
That voice
time
is
will
epic.
come, Megatron.
Never! Prepare to blast off!
Now you might be wondering why a guy who clearly just stated he's going to betray him would be allowed to be kept in. Because he makes great cookies.
Starscream cookies are more than meets the icing.
You're wrong, Starscream!
I'm always wrong.
So, while we proud Autobots
always
try
best to keep
lead
your enemies
Cybertron
close.
for a new energy
Maybe that's
source,
why.
the Decepticons attack, thus losing control, leading us to crash on the planet known as Earth. This doesn't put our incredible technologically advanced bodies out of commission for long. Just 4 million years.
Oh, come on.
Our boot
4
up
million
system was
years.
Windows 7. I'm surprised we woke up this fast. The Decepticons woke first and
All
tried
shiny
to
and
destroy
polished,
our
no
remains
rust.
while looking for new sources of energy. They do this to still try and take control of Cybertron, which I'm sure is exactly the same right after we left. 4 million years? Nothing much happens in that time.
Yeah, not much
But
changes.
we escaped and spread out, thus locating the Decepticons trying to find a way to harness energy.
I will plunder Earth and steal its
That voice is epic.
resources. By leading us to this planet, the Autobots have sealed their own doom.
I like that voice,
What are
honestly.
you doing?
I've got Megatron dead center in my viewfinder.
It should be noted that the term dead center in my viewfinder is an Autobot phrase meaning slightly to the left,
Yeah,
but I'm
stop
going to shoot
missing.
anyway. We Autobots are proud of that phrase.
Yeah, come on. You're a
But they
machine.
did
You're
manage
supposed to have
work their way
100%
back to
accuracy.
the Autobots and tell us of the Decepticons' evil plans. We, of course, leapt into action.
Organize a battle unit. We're going after them. Pow! Jailbreaker!
Admit it, you could hear that sound effect for hours.
It's pretty cool sound effect.
If you could choose the sound of your orgasm, it would be that sound and you know it.
Yeah, it would.
Yes! Yes!
When Harry met Sally, I think this was from.
Oh! Oh! Oh!
God,
Of
that
course, it
scene
is
was so
made better
awkward when
by
I
the
watched that as a
calling out
kid.
of our awesome names.
Jailbreaker! Wheeljack! Ironhide! Mirage! Sunstreaker! Sideswipe!
Little known fact, here are some of the other kick-ass names that were not used for other
Well, this is the
Transformers.
Power Rangers. Jesus.
Cold Iron, Metal Stab, Violent Speed, Dick Thrust,
Dick
Nut Jab,
Thrust, Nut Jab.
Jesus Punch, Bill, and Tit Tackler.
Exactly.
I'm particularly sad that one didn't make it in. So the Decepticons tried to steal the energy from an oil drill where a kid named Spike and his father Sparkplug. God, I thought our names
Bug
were
plug, come
What
on.
is the attack?
Look! Up there! What is it?
What are they?
But thankfully, they used their brilliant human ingenuity and fight them off the best way they know how. throwing things.
The only thing to do. Oh,
Stop! Let go of my dad!
oh wow, the power on that. Oh, bitch slaps.
Wow. I forgot how embarrassing that scene was for him. He gave you like a solid second look of shame and then swat you like a mosquito.
Yeah,
Let
that
go
was
of my dad!
that was the biggest bitch slaps he got.
I am now convinced that if Spike was an Autobot, his Transformer name would be Pussy Pillow. A name of great shame, to say the least. So we Autobots come in to save Sparkplug and Pussy Pillow when Megatron suddenly transforms into the Duck Hunt god.
Yeah, of course. Jesus, it does look like the cover, doesn't it?
Have a nice swim.
Luckily, only 2 people were on that oil rig. Well, that's the story we're going with if we want continued children's programming syndication.
Yeah.
And we saved them just in time for part 2 of the story arc. This begins with Spike writing like a girl in his journal describing his predicament.
The Autobots are a highly advanced form of robot. I don't really know if they're from the past or the future, but they can think and have real feelings.
If Michael Bay were here right now, he'd have 2 annoying parents come in not knowing how to react when you eat a pop brownie.
Spike here wants to know how we transform, Hound. Easy, like this.
What other tricks can you do?
Try this
Tricks?
one, Spike.
A
Now
highly
you see me?
capable machines and not
No, you don't.
magicians. Well, he's disappearing, so he is a magician.
Now, of course, you might be asking yourself why the hell we don't just use that technique about a bajillion other times in the show.
Yeah, true.
Well, I think the real question is, how can Soundwave transform from a handheld tape deck into a 2-story monstrosity?
True.
We
It defies
Autobots
the reality
proudly
of the
honor
universe.
the code of equal value proportions. Except for the cargo I'm carrying as a truck that seems to disappear and reappear at will. You may also be wondering what I'm carrying inside that cargo that's so important to constantly keep around.
Drugs.
Well, I'll tell you.
Lots of drugs.
Starscream cookies.
Stars.
And the sprinkles on top are simply to die for!
Starscream!
Oh, just let me cook, bitch!
Spike discovers, however, that Soundwave has snuck in, and thus he pushes the alarm that is in no way labeled Alarm, smart kid, which forces him to leave his Thundercat Ravage behind.
We got him.
Hey, you up yet? Oh no, my agent can't know I'm bad-mouthing the movie and praising the other show as better.
Oh, damn. Uh-oh.
The Transformers will return after these messages.
Do a lot of drugs, kids. That's the message. I'm just kidding. Don't
We
do
now
drugs.
return to the Transformers.
Drugs are bad.
I
Okay.
must use my powers of disguise to blend in.
Actually, they're really
Autobot,
good, but-
transform.
But don't do drugs. I don't want to get sued for that.
Aw, gee. I wonder where he could be. He's such a master of camouflage. He could be anywhere. So he's obviously this lantern. Transform. Come on, transform. All right. Well, if you're in here, just be downstairs in a little
Reminds
bit.
me of the video game Prey. The mimics.
Anyway, so Ravage is captured, but we figure out the Decepticons are gonna try and get more energy from a dam.
Soundwave, prepare the Energon cubes.
Energon
As you
cubes.
can see, they're being attacked by Cubans. Oh, come on, that joke killed on Cybertron. So Starscream uses one of his deadliest weapons, a slingshot.
What?
Wow, I think the only thing we did make a toy out of was the actual toy. Which of course upsets Megatron.
You fool, Starscream!
It's got a fucking rocket launcher. Use it.
You're old, Megatron. Yesterday's model. Junk. That's what you are. Junk.
Whoa, did I really just use the J
He
word?
went there.
That's why you suck. Die!
Welcome to die.
The Autobots come to my aid, as well as Big Shock, Pussy Pillow here.
Whoa, that looks wrong. You might want to back up a bit there.
Oh dear. Oh, I should have caught that.
Oof.
Yes, that looks very suggestive.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. That looks so wrong in so many levels.
I am deeply ashamed.
Oh boy. Yep. Well,
Though oddly enough, playing that isn't helping.
he is a machine, a pleasure machine, so...
Starscream
Oh,
and
boy.
Megatron bitch at each other again like a senile couple. I never did understand why he didn't just propose.
Testing the Energon cubes! They work! Of course they work! You didn't know. You never tested them. I proved it! You only proved your defective mentality! You set us down!
Not even his cookies can get him out of this one.
With just a dash of...
Wow. That was dark.
Yeah, that was really dark.
Decepticons tried to get energy from a mine shaft, but luckily we were there to stop them again. Unfortunately, they buried us under a ton of debris, but we escaped without a scratch on us or the humans. So, just to reiterate, being crushed by a ton of rocks, no problem at all. Crashing the ship into a volcano, 4 million year recovery.
Yeah,
It is important to know this. If not, it would sound incredibly stupid.
It's truly
This
is
leads
silly,
to our
but it's
conclusion in
still
part
good.
3. Here, we get the idea to fool Ravage into thinking we've revealed our plan and let him go, only to plan a trap to capture the Decepticons. But they didn't fall for it because we're really bad actors.
He told me Teletran 1's located a secret supply of rocket fuel.
Where?
Not too far from here, about 140 kilometers due west. Why, there's enough rocket fuel at that base to make 4 trips to Cybertron.
Can't believe he went to the actor's studio.
Right on schedule, aren't we? No thanks to
I like
you,
the
Starscream.
duo between those two.
This is
The
why our
voices are
marriage
pretty
counselor
cool.
says we're never going to grow as a couple.
You've also made clear your desire to
I like
replace
those
me
two,
as
they're
leader
pretty
of the
cool.
Decepticons. Mistake
Voices are
number
great.
1.
Now, of course, if I was leading, I would shoot the bastard and not wait for mistake number 2. Hey, look.
People thrive on
mistake
arguments.
It's empty. Now it's my turn.
No. Damn.
Megatron! Megatron! We attack the rocket base at sunrise.
Oof.
And yet, he still lets him stay. You know, I'm aware of the phrase, keep your friends close and keep your enemies closer.
I
Me
said that, yeah.
personally, I'm a fan of keep your friends close and kill the son of a bitch who's been betraying you every single chance he gets.
Well, it keeps
It
him on
is
his
the
toes.
Autobot way.
Makes him learn and adapt
So the
and evolve
Decepticons
and not make the
use
same
our
mistakes
trap
over and
and
over.
turn it into a trap
But yeah,
on
just kill him
us,
if you want to, but it's a
pulling
kid
off
film,
a
so...
deceptive
well, TV series.
con, if you will. Seriously, I don't know how we didn't put together they were going to be the bad
Yeah,
guys with that
just-
name. I mean, I'm so embarrassed. They use this time to get enough energy to head back to Cybertron while we prepare to make our final stand.
Space cruiser fueled and ready for departure. Prepare for blastoff.
You know, it just hit me. Am I the only one who realizes that Soundwave does all the work? And yet we know so little about him. I mean, doesn't someone with that intelligence and passion have any dreams? Soundwave, ready the army!
No, I am tired of doing all the work and having no personality. I want a story arc, something that gives me depth. I want a romance, yes, a romantic comedy, perhaps a relationship with the toaster. The toaster can be stuck up and high class. I will be quirky and getting into all sorts of antics. At first she doesn't like me, but then she admires my silly charm. We get to know each other better. But then she discovers I was keeping a secret the whole time. I tried to explain I held this secret because I love her, but she is too emotional and filled with hate, so she decides to marry this snob, a real uptight guy with no funny lines. She is about to be wed at the altar, but then I come stumbling in after going through some sort of comedic chase. I plead myself to her, and at first, it looks like she's not buying it, but then, her eyes tear up, she turns around, gives me a hug, the snobby groom is angry, but then, my comedic sidekick comes in and punches him, the crowd cheers, I tell the toaster I love her, she says she loves me, we decide to get married, but we do not show it on screen because 2 weddings would just be repetitive.
Okay.
So we end with kind of an open ending, something like we're driving a convertible into the sunset or something. This leaves it open for a sequel. I want to be played by Zac Efron and Natalie Portman as the toaster. There is a bit of an age difference, but I think she looks young enough she can pull it off. Disney has shown interest. Gary Marshall is attached to direct. It will be called Sound Waves of the Heart. It will be rated PG-13 for crude humor and adult situations, but nothing too bad.
Oh my
Just
god.
enough to let the male demographic know that it's edgy, and we'll have some gross-out humor for them. And the female demographic will instantly be drawn to the toaster. They will be able to imagine themselves inserted into the role. It will be released in summer, preferably over a holiday weekend. It will break records, win awards. It will be the sleeper hit of the year.
No!
Okay.
So we have our
wow, that was long.
But it appears
Holy
Megatron
shit.
still gets away. Or does he?
Total victory is within my grasp. Not yours, Megatron. I see that you have learned nothing, Starscream.
He learned nothing. If there was a book about how to learn nothing, your picture would be on the back of it. I can't believe we lost Cybertron to these bozos.
And my time is now!
But one of our Autobots sneaks aboard and sets the ship to fly into the ocean, sinking them into the very depths.
Ready, Spike? It's almost time to blast off.
I'll be right there, Prime. One more thing. I sure am glad we don't have to worry about Megatron and all those Decepticons anymore.
Yeah, you may want to put a dot after that kid.
Should auto sort of fry their circuits.
That
just to
was
fault
the
their
story arc
machines,
of the
and fry their
mighty
circuit
Autobots.
boards.
You know, it's a touch sillier than I remember it.
Yeah, it was silly, but it was still
I
good.
suppose looking back, it's not quite as grand as I remember.
It was still epic
Sure,
as a
there
kid.
wasn't much emphasis on characters. Sure, the stories were pretty repetitive.
Mm.
And sure, we were just as focused on advertising as any other show. But you know what? We still created something all our own. Our designs were creative, our episodes action-packed, every second filled with energy and excitement. We knew how to make our audiences happy, and we did it well. It may not be the best show, but it was a show that knew what it was and who it was trying to entertain. And it tried hard every second it could to give you that action-packed entertainment that you all loved.
Yeah, some of the scenes were
Which
epic.
is why
and
I
loved
asked
it as a
all
kid.
of you gathered here
I watched
today,
a couple of episodes.
in
it was
this
great.
world of remakes, sequels, and emphasis on special effects, who the fuck just wants to watch some Transformers cartoons?
Alright, yes. The angry video game nerd's still there. The guy dressed up as angry video game nerd. Alright. Oh, it's nice to see him. See his viewer base. Do this dumb dance.
Yes! Yes!
Ooh, Jesus. Sounds like a Transformers is having a bit of fun with a human. Yeah. Jesus. That was Transformers cartoon. Yeah, I know it was gimmicky. I mean, it was cheesy. It was sort of meh back in the day. Transformers, the cartoon, was an epic. Well, it was epic, but it wasn't. Something that sort of changed the reality of the universe, that sort of degree. It was good. I liked it as a kid. I enjoyed it very much. I watched about a couple of episodes. I can't remember how many. But yeah, I watched it, and I remember watching it. I was like, oh damn, that's pretty badass. I mean, these things can transform into anything they want. It's pretty badass. Yeah. I've always wanted to know why they transform into cars. I mean, if they're from another planet, why do they transform into cars? I mean, is cars a universal thing in space? Are you telling me every alien society has cars, the same shape of cars we have? I mean, how does that work? Someone explain to me why they transform into cars when we created cars. Well, yeah, that's just, I don't know. Someone has to explain that sort of strange sort of phenomenon on that one. Because I'm pretty sure there's a logical explanation for that. But I'm sort of missing it. Maybe I didn't watch enough Transformers because, yeah, I just don't get it. Why did they transform into cars when we created cars and they're from another planet alien society? So they have cars as well? You mean the whole entire universe is aliens have cars? I mean, it's just, I don't know. But yeah, and also, wouldn't water electrocute them? I mean, their machines, wouldn't it fry their circuitry or something like that? Who knows? I don't know. I don't have any logical explanations. I'm not a Transformers Wikipedia, okay? Yeah, this was totally awesome. So if you like this video, make sure to give it a like, comment down below, make sure to subscribe to my channel if you enjoy my content. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace!